G'day everyone. Oh wow, 2 cows having a shootout at the AI Corral. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at a few different AIs, 8 of them in fact, different chat AIs, and try and figure out which ones work best and where. A lot of people say to me, hey James, do you use something other than ChatGPT? And the answer is yes, I do. I've got them all in the bookmarks bar, and have a check that these are just in alphabetical order, not order of importance. Stay tuned at the end because that's got a really good one that's fabulous for research. Let's just go across to Google Chrome. And what happens is here, I've got them all listed and it's in the bookmarks bar. If you right click, you can open all of them in a new window, which I'll do if I'm just going to ask it one question. And then what you do is you can have it in an AI tab. So, and you can make that shrink and go away. So let's start with the first one, ChatGPT. So I'm going to have the links for all of them there. So it's just chatgpt.com. It is phenomenal for doing complex coding tasks, but so many of the others. So a lot of them are good with coding tasks, mathematical problem solving, creative writing, and open-ended problem solving. They're all pretty much going to do that. ChatGPT has got some really good multilingual capabilities, and it's very versatile across a whole lot of knowledge domains, and it's particularly strong in coding and creative writing. If I was just going to use one GPT, I would use ChatGPT, specifically because it's there and they understand prompting very, very well. So at first you copy and paste prompts in all the time, and then the next evolution is, why don't we have it that it's the standard way that you work, and that's what the custom instructions are. From there you can create custom GPTs. That's the next thing, because sometimes I have different personas. I like to travel, I like to enjoy wine and food pairing, and so on. Then they get you to call custom GPTs from other custom GPTs, which they do now. So if I'm making a dinner plan, I can say, oh, here's the meal, but what wines go with it? And it's just straight in that list as I call that GPT. Oh, someone likes bourbon. Which ones would go with that? Which cocktails would go with that? And so I can call 3 or 4 different custom GPTs and have that all there, and it's very, very useful. Second one is Claude by Anthropic. So Claude is a fascinating competitor to ChatGPT. It's built from the ground up with ethical guardrails in mind. ChatGPT has had some serious controversy with regard to ethics, including when their safety and ethics team basically quit because OpenAI was choosing profits and AI advancement over safety and ethics. Claude focuses on safety and ethics first instead of profit. It is exceptional at creative writing. If I were going to write a novel or a book, I would use Claude. It hands down is the best. It's great at handling nuanced and ethically complex conversations. So not all of them are. So you probably want to try and have some ethical conversations with each of these AIs, and your mileage may vary, but just tell me what you think about it. It's also got a strong focus on understanding the context and providing very thoughtful responses. Now, Microsoft Copilot, oh my goodness, there's depending upon how you count them and how you categorize them, there's either 8 or 30 different incarnations of Microsoft Copilot. So I'm talking about not Microsoft 365 Copilot. It's actually at the exact same address, but you have to pay for it. I may do a video on Microsoft 365 Copilot at some stage in the future. This is basically the upgraded version of Bing Chat, not the one that integrates with Excel and Word and all of that. And this really does excel at answering technology-related questions. So it does the complex coding tasks. It's got a lot of knowledge of a lot of different programming languages, and the Microsoft 365 version of it, it really integrates completely with that suite. It's fantastic. It does a lot of the real-time web searching, and then it does text, image, and voice, are very similar to ChatGPT because they're basically, running on a lot of the same engine, and it really, really is phenomenal for technology-related questions. Google Gemini, they've not had their lack of controversy either, particularly with images that it creates. So you can ask it to create an image of, I don't know, a couple of purple cows fighting, and it will definitely go ahead and do that. But if you ask it to create a picture of an American family, it still won't do that because just look it up if you want to see what I'm talking about. But it does some other things very well. So it does, coding, mathematical, but it's very good with scientific research and analysis. And it uses a lot of Google's scientific database in that. So it's really, really phenomenal for scientific research and analysis. Now, unfortunately, Grok from X or Twitter, it's one that you have to pay. All of these other ones you can use for free. You have to have a paid version of Twitter to use Grok, but I choose to do that every month because it nails current events. If you sort of have a question, hey, did an earthquake just hit this city? Before the US Geological Survey can say, yes, it did, you can get the answer on Twitter straight away, and Grok. So it's also got a potential to focus on scientific and mathematical tasks. It wins because of the real-time integration with X and Twitter, and it's also got some possible strength with regards to engineering problems. Next one is Mistral, and so that's there at just chat.mistral.ai. It's really good with complex coding and mathematics. Really, really good with that. It's very good with also nuanced, ethically complex conversations. I mean, you really need to look at it with that one there in mind. It's very conversational. It's got a lot of emotional intelligence. And one of the things I really like about it is that it's not as censored and it's less preachy. If you try and chat with some different AIs about ethics or philosophy, I really think that this is where Mistral shines. Sometimes ChatGPT can get a little preachy with its censorship. One time I wanted to give me the lyrics to a song, and I can find those for free anywhere on the internet, and everyone says, oh no, you're not allowed to do that. And so I used to use pi.ai, which is the next one up that I'll talk about, and now it doesn't do that because it's censored, so I just go to Mistral and it just goes ahead and answers the questions. Now it does have some guardrails. I mean, it's not going to give you the recipe for meth, or it's not going to tell you how to make a nuke, or anything like that, but all of the annoying censorship stuff that just makes it less useful, like ChatGPT. This is my number one go-to thing to get something that's less censored and more functional. Pi AI is very interesting. Download this one on your phone, talk to it, it's great. It's a fantastic conversational AI that really, really works well with human conversations. Try not to get lost with talking to it just back and forth. It also has some interesting knowledge that some of the other models don't. I asked all of the models some very eclectic questions on wines. None of them got it, but Pi nailed it. So it really does have access to some other different information. It's very creative, very good with conversational writing, and as I said before, it really does have some eclectic knowledge that you won't find in other ones. Last but not least, so this is Perplexity, www.perplexity.ai. It is fantastic for research. What it does is all of the models, you can sort of say, hey, make this longer or make this shorter, but it learns what you want in a particular conversation and it tailors the lengths of the explanations to help fit your needs. It also gives you the source citation, so it tells you where it gets the information from. It says, oh, hey, here are the three things here, and you can just click on them, look at them. It's fantastic for academic people and for academic accuracy and for very, very difficult mathematics problems. It's got integration into Wolfram Alpha. So while most other models do struggle somewhat with mathematics, Perplexity really, really, really does nail it. It also suggests follow-on questions, and as I said, it gives you the links to the references, and the academic accuracy is quite good. So hopefully you've enjoyed that little tour of some of the different AIs that I use. If you have any more questions or if you've got other ones that you'd like to suggest, just put them down in the comments. As I've said before, things are moving really, really quickly, so you've got to reach out and catch the lightning. I'm James McIntyre, and I'm your AI guide, and I'll see you again next Tuesday when we'll drop another video. Thanks.